Hello, everyone. I'm Tom Lombardo, Director of the Center for Future Consciousness, an educational institute based in Glendale, Arizona. I am a psychologist, a philosopher, a futurist, a writer and student on wisdom, and a science fiction enthusiast and scholar. Pulling together all these interests, together with my wife, Jeannie Belial Lombardo, we created the Center for Future Consciousness in 2007. My opening question to you: how do we create a good future for all of us? This deceptively simple question, I believe, is the central challenge of human life, and it is the focus of research and educational efforts at the Center for Future Consciousness. In our contemporary world, we face multiple problems, including the global pandemic, excessive consumerism, various ecological crises, pervasive nihilism and pessimism, authoritarianism and injustice, and shallow thinking, disinformation overload, and lack of wisdom. And many of us feel confused and stressed and uncertain and fearful about the future. Although it is absolutely essential that we constructively address such global issues, this is not enough. We also need to embrace and act upon a positive and inspiring vision and a new way of life for tomorrow. The absence of illness is not the same as health. As a guiding principle of the center, the key to both a positive future and an effective approach to our contemporary problems is to focus on evolving our conscious minds. The root cause of our problems and the pathway to a bright future lies within us. The unique message of the center is that we especially need to evolve or heighten our future consciousness. Future consciousness is the total set of psychological abilities and types of experiences that humans use in understanding and dealing with the future, including foresight and anticipation, emotion and motivation, goal setting and planning, purpose, ethics and values, and imagination, thinking, and creativity. Our most distinctive and empowering mental capacity is our future consciousness. All the great accomplishments of human civilization are due to our future consciousness, and all of our current major problems involve deficiencies in future consciousness. Of profound importance, future consciousness allows us to engage in purposeful evolution with an eye on the future to guide the evolutionary flow of change around us and within us. The center's mission is to enhance our capacity for purposeful evolution through the heightening of our future consciousness. The famous biologist Julian Huxley said, "We are nothing but evolution become conscious of itself." And future consciousness empowers us to act on this fundamental fact of our existence. The world is in upheaval and transforming. We are at a turning point. This is an opportunity for dramatic human evolution. To live in the narrow present or to cling to the imagined, often fictitious security of the past is unrealistic, counterproductive, and dangerous. Do we stay entrenched, looking backwards, or do we turn our gaze forward and embrace thoughtful change within us? Do we flounder or flourish in the flow of evolution? To create a good future for ourselves and the planet, we need to purposefully and wisely guide our individual selves and our society toward a more evolved consciousness and a new way of life. And one of its core ideas, the center emphasizes wisdom, a key feature of heightened future consciousness and a more evolved mind. In times of crisis and challenge, it is essential that we aspire toward living wisdom narratives as the preferred pathway forward. See my book, Future Consciousness, The Path to Purposeful Evolution, as a personalized and practical explanation of heightened future consciousness and its connection with wisdom. The center also highlights the inspirational and cosmic expanding power of science fiction. Stimulating our imagination, science fiction narratives provide us with numerous thought experiments regarding the future evolution of humanity and the conscious mind. Further, science fiction narratives allow us to personally and vicariously experience diverse, dramatic future possibilities, both good and bad. Science fiction heightens future consciousness and facilitates purposeful evolution. See my book series, Science Fiction, The Evolutionary Mythology of the Future, for an in-depth explanation of the history, nature, and value of science fiction. The famous psychologist Mahai Csikszentmihalyi stated, "It is easier for us to imagine ourselves living among better appliances than among better human beings." The promise of better appliances pulls together two of the dominant views of a better future, the technological and the consumerist economic. What if instead we focus on the further development of the human conscious mind as the pivotal strategy toward a good future? Technology and material growth should serve our mental evolution and not vice versa. It is time that we invest as much energy, intelligence, and creativity into evolving our consciousness and not simply our appliances, furniture, and gadgets. Especially, doesn't it make sense that heightening our mental capacities for understanding and constructively addressing the future will lead to a better future? We are all able to think about and envision the future, but often we do so superficially, narrowly, fearfully, egocentrically, and unimaginatively. We can all become more farsighted, thoughtful, inspired, hopeful, creative, self-responsible, and wise regarding the future. I invite you to support and become actively involved in this evolutionary journey. Thank you.